Well, the Democrats have outdone themselves again in service to their country and all of humanity. Let's take a look at the latest bill they just pushed through. So Biden has increased the IRS agents to almost 170,000. 70,000, which will be armed to target middle-class Americans. If you can believe this is not satire. This was noted as well by Congressman Marjorie Taylor Greene. This is from the Post-Millennial.
Actually, what's going on right now is the Senate is passing the reconciliation bill this weekend. And we're supposed to be out of session all the way until mid-September, but we're being called back. The House is being called back the 12th to vote on this bill. The bill is terrible. It's basically Joe Biden's Build Back Better agenda, but you know, a lot of Republicans called it Build Back Broke. I've been calling it Bring Back Blackouts because it's an attack on our energy independence. It's going to raise taxes on Americans who make under $400,000 a year. It's going to hire 87,000 new IRS agents, and it's going to arm, as in guns, you know, Democrats are always upset about guns, 70,000 of these IRS agents. Now, they're not going to be targeting the elites. They're going to be targeting small business owners, probably conservatives, because we've seen that before, and a lot of individuals. So this is the Biden administration. This is who they are. They claim to be helping people, but not at all. They're America last, and that's what their agenda is.
So the $739 billion Inflation Reduction Act is touted by Democrats as a fix-all for climate change, prescription drug prices, healthcare equity, and imposing tax increases on high earners, something Biden has routinely promised. But not holding my breath that it's actually going to work out the way they think it is, and they are telling us one thing and it's going to be something else altogether. However, the bill passed on Sunday with a tie-breaking vote from Vice President Kamala. Yes, it raises taxes on all Americans except those earning between $10,000 and $30,000 annually, and it has provisions through the IRS to audit more middle-class Americans and go after those with delinquent tax bills. So it's just more tax collectors. This is like what the king would do back in the day, sending out more tax collectors to shake down the peasants. And now these tax people are armed to the teeth. So Biden has consistently promised Americans making less than $400,000 would see no new tax increases, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Does anyone believe that? I certainly don't. Got a lot of little Twitter comments. The so-called Inflation Reduction Act gives nearly $80 billion to the IRS. To put that in perspective, how much money that is, the Russian military, who they demonize constantly, spent $65.9 billion last year. So the IRS could have even paid Ukraine with the amount of money Democrats want to give it. And they want to give a ton of our money to Ukraine on top of that, too. So Representative Andy Biggs, Democrats have 87,000 IRS agents to spy on and harass American families. Didn't add a single Border Patrol agent in their bill to help address the nation's border crisis. These folks have their priorities completely wrong. Yeah, it's not America first anymore. It's, might be last as they try to bring us down, apparently. Nothing seems to make any sense. So they have 75% of the IRS audits in 2021 targeted Americans making under $200,000 per year. But we're supposed to believe that they're just going to target the big whales. I don't think so. We are not free under Biden and the Democrats. I agree, Andy. We got Marsha Blackburn. During a recession with inflation at a 41-year high, Democrats just passed a bill to spend over $700 billion, increase taxes, and decrease energy production. And of course, you got Rahim Kassam saying your taxes increased so they could hire 87,000 IRS agents to rifle further through your taxes in case you owe more taxes. It's a kleptocracy. Absolutely. We've got a serious problem here with the white-collar criminals running everything and shaking down the middle class. It's sickening stuff. But here we are. Now, hopefully, Republicans say Americans will fire the Democratic majority in the midterms for passing another $1 billion spending bill. I certainly hope so. And they better, they're going to start auditing more Americans. They're going to, start trying to find new ways to make money. But they really need to just audit the Federal Reserve. They need to audit these elections in some of these swing states to make sure that they were actually elected and that these Republicans actually stand a chance in this next election. We've got plenty of problems there. And of course, I kind of like when Ted Cruz is suggesting, why don't we just abolish the IRS?
I guarantee you, citizens in every one of our states, if you ask them what do they want, they don't want 87,000 new IRS agents, and they're not being created to audit billionaires or giant corporations. They're being created to audit you. I believe personally we should abolish the IRS.
Wouldn't that be something more to look forward to rather than having a bunch of new armed IRS agents coming after the good citizens of this country? I would think so. But here it is. This is the latest meme here. Poor people, they can't feed their family, but hey, what does Joe care? He's above the law. In fact, his son Hunter's got all kinds of tax problems and evasion himself, but it's a double standard right now. So just enjoy your IRS audit, people. And if you got a problem, hey, they're armed. They'll take you in. You got no chance. Welcome to Biden's America. So hopefully people will wake up and show up to the next election this November in droves and put an end to this craziness once and for all. We shall see. I'm trying to be optimistic. But thank you all for listening. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.